Population growth and climate change are rapidly depleting our reservoirs, so the growing use of alternative water sources is essential. Domestic water tanks are becoming more common, particularly for new houses, and EPA-approved grey-water systems allow householders to reuse some of their own wastewater. But although these initiatives help to ease our problems, supplying high-quality Class A recycled water directly to households is by far the most effective way of preserving our precious drinking water. This is because Class A recycled water is suited to a wide range of non-personal uses, leaving drinking water for essential domestic requirements such as bathing, cooking, washing, and of course drinking. Drawn from our continuous flow of sewage, Class A recycled water is becoming available to residences within an economic distance of treatment plants. Installed with drinking water as part of a dual supply, it is treated to the highest non-drinking standards. It's ideal for toilet flushing, garden watering, and outside cleaning. And even if it is accidentally consumed, it's unlikely to cause any health problems. As a bonus, recycled water isn't subject to normal restrictions. Recognising the importance of dual water supply, the Victorian Government's Sustainable Water Strategy is committed to increasing Melbourne's use of recycled water to 20% by 2010. Of course, this means developers, planners and builders of new housing need to understand their role in the recycled water process as quickly as possible. And as more and more estates connect to recycled water, plumbers must understand how it is brought from the treatment plant to the property, and more importantly, the application, installation, testing and certification requirements they'll need to follow in connecting houses to the dual water system. In providing a household with drinking and recycled water, avoiding any possibility of cross-connection between the two supplies is the most crucial consideration. So at every stage of its journey, from treatment plant to property, recycled water is carried in distinctive solid purple-coloured pipes. Installed to Water Services Association of Australia standards, the recycled mains are further identified by a continuous length of identification tape, which alerts anyone digging in the area to their presence below. As well as providing dual supply mains, South East Water brings the drinking and recycled water service pipes to each property and supplies and connects their water meters. Facing the property from the street, the purple recycled water pipe is installed to the left of the drinking water pipe. This pattern is maintained in fitting each of the water meter assemblies. As a further precaution, different threads are supplied to the inlet and outlet couplings of the drinking and recycled water meters. This means replacement water meters can only be installed to their appropriate supply pipes. To prevent backflow, South East Water provides a dual check valve on the drinking water meter, while the recycled water meter has dual check valves contained within the meter. Along with the water meter assemblies, South East Water's plumbers also fit recycled and drinking water bib taps. For easy access, the recycled water tap is offset behind the drinking water tap. The completed assemblies are separated by 300 millimetres. Finally, the South East Water plumber ensures that the flow from the recycled water tap is Class A recycled water. This is determined by assessing the salt level with a conductivity meter. The results are then recorded to confirm the integrity of the entire dual system from the treatment plant to property meter outlets. The recycled water is then turned off at the meter and a lockbox installed to prevent any water use until the home is finished, and the commissioning inspection and testing completed. With its water meters and garden taps installed and fully tested, the dual water system now awaits construction of the house it will supply. But as with the conventional single water service, the plumber first has to apply for the dual water meters to be connected. To make the application as convenient as possible, it can be accessed and completed from South East Water's website. Alternatively, there's an extensive network of plumbers' supply stores that carry printed applications, which can be submitted by fax or mail. The connection fee for dual supply reflects the additional cost of the recycled water service. It also includes a fee for the Plumbing Industry Commission's mandatory inspections, which is collected on behalf of the PIC by South East Water. South East Water then issues the plumber with a consent to connect document. It includes all the conditions of the plumbing installation and usage for dual water supply. Before commencing work, plumbers should read and fully understand these conditions. Each consent to connect has an individual Water Authority approval number. Plumbers need to quote this number when booking the Plumbing Industry Commission inspections. With the water meters in place, the plumber can now begin installing the dual supply to the house. He ensures the drinking and recycled water pipes maintain a 300mm separation, with the recycled service still on the left. As another aid to easy recognition of the recycled water service, purple identification tape is laid directly on top of the buried recycled water pipe and attached every 3 metres. In general, all installation work must meet the requirements of Australian and New Zealand Standard 3500 and the Recycled Water Plumbing Guide. With the drinking and recycled services laid to the house, it's time for the first PIC inspection. Only 1 working day's notice is required and the PIC inspector will arrive on site at the agreed time. If convenient, the meter-to-dwelling inspection can be combined with the rough-in inspection, minimising any disruption to workflow. Once above ground, the required separation of the drinking and recycled services reduces to 100mm, except for any necessary crossovers, which should be kept to a minimum. As for the exterior supply, all piping has to display a plumbing product approval mark. Pipes carrying recycled water must be coloured solid purple and permanently identified. Recycled water, do not drink. Toilet flushing is the only internal use allowed for recycled water, so the pipe should be routed directly to each toilet and any external hose taps. South East Water's conditions of connection for external recycled water require a non-standard 5/8 inch VSP inlet thread that will only allow for the fitting of an approved purple recycled water bib tap with a detachable handle. On completion of the metered dwelling and rough-in pipework, the plumber applies a 1500 kPa pressure test to both the drinking and recycled water services. Once the metered dwelling and rough-in inspections are completed, the construction of the home continues and the plumber completes the installation of all plumbing fixtures and appliances. But before the home is occupied, the plumber arranges a commissioning inspection. The PIC inspector removes the lockbox, allowing the inspection and test to confirm no cross-connection between the drinking and recycled water plumbing. This checking procedure is detailed in the Plumbing Industry Commission's and Water Authority's Recycled Water Plumbing Guide. The inspection also ensures the recycled supply is limited to toilet flushing, irrigation and other approved outside uses, with prohibition signs clearly displayed. Finally, the inspector confirms the plumber has installed a hose connection vacuum breaker device on all external drinking water taps to avoid any possibility of contamination of the drinking water supply. With a successful conclusion of this final inspection, the private plumber's role in installing the dual water system is almost complete. All that remains is providing the details required for the plumber's compliance certificate, which for recycled water simply includes the circling of item 91. And when owners of 5-star energy efficient homes receive their compliance certificate, they'll know that they've not only accessed a reliable supply of low-cost, high-quality water, but also met the water savings option required by the building regulations at a price that's made their house as affordable as possible.